tonight. I'm here. I'm back. Welcome in. Vegas Girl on Fire. How you doing? Derek, good to see you. What's good, Vegas Girl? How's tricks? How's things? What up? What up? A lot of big news today. I don't even know where I want to begin. I have a bunch of shit pulled up that I want to talk about the Switch 2. All right. I'm really sad I didn't get to like live react or whatever. Of course you are, We Heart Games. Let's talk about the Switch 2. You ready to do this shit? I'm excited about it. Honestly, we got pros and we got cons. All right. There's a lot of both going on. All right. I just want to no price in the direct, but we do have a price. And I have a feeling they filmed that direct before they knew what they wanted the price to be. Partially because if I had to take one guess, the uncertainty of the tariffs in America. Just saying. That's probably what they were doing. Honestly, probably the safest thing to do, but we do have pricing now, which is great. Maz is here. Let's fucking go, Maz. I have a lot of stuff to talk about. Maybe I extend this little intro a little bit longer just to, wait for more people. But in any case, are you going to purchase a Switch 2? Oh, no. The caps are allowed. We will allow it, Maz. We'll let it happen, okay? How you doing? No. Derek is a no. I will tell you right now, I'm probably a yes. I use caps lock for work, so it seems like I'm yelling too poor. And that's what I want to talk about, because this is priced very aggressively. I will be selling my old Switch, obviously. I don't need that anymore. Like, we don't need the old Switch anymore. Maybe a few of my old games I'll get rid of. But overall, the hardware seems legit. It seems like if what they keep it. Are you getting one, Mike? You guys are just gonna get one together and share it in your household? There is only one game of interest. So literally have no use for that for at least 2 years. All right, we're gonna talk about it. Let's just hop right into it. Sell you on things? Well, I'm not gonna do that. I'm gonna talk about the good and the bad. You played Tears of the Kingdom. You play so many indie games, Troll. It's an indie machine. What's the one game that you're excited about? Keep your Switch. The only games compatible with the Switch are going to have Switch 2 support. They do have a large list of games that do have Switch compatibility. I think I have that graph pulled up. Yeah, but all the indies run badly on the Switch, so I don't play them there. Yeah, but this is new hardware, baby. Your 2D platformers that you love, Trollbeard, probably be on that. Will I have to buy them again? I don't think so. I don't think that's necessarily the case. Let's start talking about it. You played 10 games in 8 years of your Switch. I think they do work. I'm pretty sure they do. Let's see if I can pull up. Let's see if I can pull this up. Switch one game compatibility. So Nintendo breaks it down. There will primarily be 3 types of games playable on the Switch. Switch 2 native games that are developed for the system and cannot be played on the original Switch. Compatible Switch 1's games whose cartridges can slot right into the Switch 2 and be played natively on the console. So, Derek, that's already halfway of not what you're saying. And Switch 2 edition games, which are Switch 1 games that will receive new features. All right, these are just native games. I need a little bit more detail. And I'm pretty sure they gave us more detail. Here we go. Reddit. You always come through. It was removed. What the fuck? English list. Status of compatibility test. This is what I was looking for. Not every game is confirmed to work, and that's fine. That's totally fine. We're gonna go over it. No issues. So they have different levels of compatibility. 122 Nintendo games and over 15,000 partner games have been tested. Games with startup issues, oh my God, they have fucking PDFs. And it's 2.3 megabytes. And the games that are playable that have some compatibility are, it's a way smaller PDF. Holy shit. All right. They start up, but include some in-game compatibility issues. And we got a whole list here. I'm not going to read all of these. But it does seem like it's not a lot, which is unfortunate. That's also a problem. Oh, we're getting to it. Oh, we're getting to it, Derek and Trollbeard. These will start up with issues, and this is a way longer list. I'm not going to read all of them. That's okay. We're fine with that. We're fine. Okay. The Switch 1 games that will have Switch 2 editions will have an upgrade to purchase. I did see that. Hang on. I got a bunch of shit pulled up. I got the tech specs here. I got this, which I really want to talk about. All right, the screen, accessibility, accessory compatibility, the game key. I want to talk about this game key bullshit. Okay, I'm just going through all my bullshit. Screenshot functions, this fucking shit. How they're going to handle scalpers. And then, okay, that's just my other bullshit. All right, and then I have everything announced at that. All right, at the today. So let's see, and I have the press release here. Okay, there's a lot here. Where should we start? The money isn't the issue for you because it's literally the absence of value. Almost every aspect of Nintendo's IP has for me, because if it ain't a 3D Mario or a real Zelda game, I can basically guarantee I'm not interested. But Trollbeard, have you seen this? Have you seen this shit? And that's fine, Mike. That's totally okay. I'm completely okay with that. In fact, it's a new console. All right. I don't expect the older games to work, and if they do, that's like literally a bonus. That's the one game of interest, and it isn't at launch. It's in July. Yeah, Jailus, we're talking about the Switch 2. Donkey Kong looks mid. Excuse fucking me. This looks incredible. Are you serious? This looks sick as fuck. Everything. They announced we're going over all of it, Jailus. That's what we're doing here tonight. But we're gonna watch this trailer now, thanks to you, Derek. Ignat. You see that, guys? Ignat. You weren't sold on this? This looks insane. I'm sorry, Maz. You're gonna have to wait for a new pandemic for that. I'm just kidding, obviously. They gave him pants. This looks incredible. Like, bro. Yeah, it does. He's tearing the floor and shit up. Everything is like breaking apart. I love his new overalls. We haven't had a 3D Donkey Kong. If I had to guess, Donkey Kong 64. Ignat. This looks so... July. Jailus, I'm pre-ordering this while we're in Japan. Pre-orders go live on like the 8th or 9th. But yeah, the next thing we're going to go over is the screen quality. I want to go over that next, and the specs. I really think so, Derek. I hate the crime that was DK64. It was the only 3D crime. Only 3D Kong. Yeah, man. It really is a crime. This looks amazing. You got me. You got me with that. That's what I want. That's what I want. Yeah, they also announced Elden Ring coming to Switch. And they announced, here, we're going to watch the exclusive Oh man, this is a really bad time to have to poop, you guys. Oh my God. But I think I do. They announced this. This is exclusive. This is a From Software game exclusive to the Switch. They knew exactly. Nintendo knew what they were doing, and they locked this down. Cyberpunk will be okay. It was well optimized for portable. Ran great on the Steam Deck, Mike. But I will not be playing Cyberpunk on the Switch.
My blood.
This is like we're copying Bloodborne's homework, but not quite.
Life.
They look like garbage. I don't know. Elden Ring looked exactly the same to me. I'll be real with you. That game isn't. It's got great art direction, but
to a night,
it's not exactly, you know, setting the air on fire. Rare should have been publicly executed for the hog for DK64. You're crazy. That's fair. Every multiplayer game has been bad in their history. Well, we're about to get that new Elden Ring game this year. Night Rain. I can already tell this is looking a little rough on the Switch. But art direction really carries these games. You know what I mean? Not graphics. Look, he's got a freaking gun on his back. This looks pretty cool. I will probably play this as well. The quality isn't great for most of the stuff they showed. It still looks like Switch quality. Not to mention the new Mario Kart they announced. This looks like a very Neo game. Thank you, Maz. I will probably play it. It's where they punish the war criminals. Oh, Haig. I'm gonna eat you. Suck your soul out. So the hardware upgrade isn't huge, huh? We will get into that. That is a frog with titties. It's PS4 Pro quality. Which again, it's a handheld console. Let's all keep our expectations in check a little bit.
Carrier of blood.
Look. This looks like a fun game. And you can turn into a T-Rex with human legs. Why not? When docked. But Trollbeard, this is our Nintendo future now. Nintendo's putting all their coins in this slot. He's wearing looks like he's wearing like a nightie, like an old-fashioned nightie. All right, let's talk about this. We got the tech specs, all right? 7.9 inches, so it is larger than the original Switch. Duskborn, you know, like Duskblood or whatever. The screen is 1080p with HDR support and variable refresh rate up to 120 hertz. That's pretty good for a handheld. This is interesting. The custom processor made by NVIDIA, which also means it could potentially do DLSS for a lot of upscaling. They didn't mention upscaling once during this presentation today. They have went from 32 gigabytes of storage to 256. Not bad. Not bad. They got Wi-Fi 6 in there. Bluetooth. Cool. That's good. They did not have Bluetooth turned on at launch for the original Switch. I don't know if you guys remember that. It was kind of rough, and no one could use Bluetooth headphones for the longest ass time. And in TV mode, the Switch can be connected with the wireless LAN port. I would have to assume that you can just plug something into the USB-C slot on the top of the Switch, and you could also get Ethernet that way. All right, video output. It will output. And now I want to be clear about what I'm saying. It will output in 4K. at 60 frames per second. That does not mean that games will run like that. It will support 120 frames per second when these resolutions are selected, 1440p and 1080p. And it will support HDR10. All right, bunch of audio bullshit. Cool, we get that. Stereo speakers, built-in microphone, that's new. Noise cancellation, echo, all that good stuff. One of the big features that they showed off was their chat feature. They essentially said, "Hey, we're putting our own." They're doing essentially what all the other consoles did like 15 years ago. I don't even know if there's a video on here for that. These are just the games. Chat, can you give me like 2 seconds? All right, I'm back. You're hyped tonight. If you want Mario Kart, you would be stupid not to buy the bundle while it's available. And you know what? I fucked up because I did not do the bundle. The bundle is priced way more appropriately than it should be. Well, we haven't even talked about game prices yet. We'll get to that. Don't worry. So, let's see. Good news is you'll be able to keep a lot of your old accessories, so that's really nice. A lot of the controllers that they made in docks will still work. Not compatible. The old charger, the old dock, obviously. Wait, the HDMI cable is not compatible? Oh man, are they using a 2.1 cable? Oh my god, yep, and they're using a faster SD card. What? Oh, good, the GameCube adapter is still working. Thank fucking god. Holy shit. You save $40 basically because the game is normally $80, which is insane. Yes, Maz, you are 100% right. This is another thing I wanted to talk about. The Nintendo Switch 2 Game Key card overview. Now, this is pretty controversial, okay? Because according to the way this works is well, we're talking about it right now, Dex. I am feeling mostly positive on it with some downsides. This I'm really on the fence with because on one hand, this makes the idea of maintaining a physical game that is larger than these cartridges more accessible. But if they ever revoke the license of this game that gets loaded onto this game key, that's a problem. You won't be able to get it anymore. This is and this is like something that Nintendo does often. They vault their games and they don't release it. And you know what, Dex? I think I'm on the same level. I think I'm right there. I'm still gonna get it. Like I'm still gonna get one. Goth might as well. I believe Goth will as well. The game key cards are just wasteful. But here's the thing, Mr. Hawks. They have a positive and they have a negative. The positive is that game key will always make, let's pretend it's Mario Kart. I'll just use Mario Kart as an example. Let's say you're like, okay, I bought a physical copy of Mario Kart and it's on my game key. I can then take this digital key purchase and give it to somebody else, right? And then they will then be the owner of that digital download. It's not the worst idea in the world. It's not the worst idea. It seems like they're trying to come up with a new idea of how to do this DRM download world. Because not all these games can fit on these carts, right? Like that is easily something that they see and they're trying to solve. And this kind of does that. At the same time, let's pretend we're like 10 years into the future and they're like, well, we don't want to support Mario Kart anymore, which is, I'm being ridiculous. They can, but the carts are cost prohibitive, which is also probably why, Trollbeard, that they are more expensive. The physical versions are more expensive. Which is which is like wild. Honestly, it's about time. I hate the DRM rage we live in sometimes. I know, and it's just getting worse, right? But I don't see this as 100% a bad thing, right? Like Trollbeard says, it just lets you sell your digital games. And we can't do that now. That's not something that we're able to do. You know? I think this is a step in the right direction. Scams can happen. Yeah. You buy a cart from some shady person on Facebook Marketplace, and guess what? There's nothing on that cart, right? Like, who knows what's on it? As far as I know, letting friends borrow games, this is an easy, like, yes, let's do that. This is a very cool thing. If I was like, hey, you want to play Smash Brothers this weekend? Here you go. Here's my game key. Which I like. They're not completely abandoning physical media, which is not what I see yet. They're heading in that direction. Yes, 100%. But not quite there yet. But you still have to have the cart in, which makes it pointless as a digital game. It's almost like it doesn't though. It's just because more or less Switch games need to download extra stuff anyway, right? When you put your Switch game in. This is just saying, hey, you have a key to play the game. And then you can take it out. All right. Think of it this way. I own Mario Odyssey digitally only. I don't have a physical copy of it. I'm just using this as an example. That's stuck on my Switch system. I can't lend that to anybody. I can't let you play that for a weekend or a couple weeks. But if I had this on a virtual game cart, I can go, oh, I can load my digital game onto this. I can give it to you. And then you can enjoy it until it's time to give it back to me. And this is like building on top of last week when they introduced the virtual game cart system, about sharing digital games among like your family and like other things like that. Most carts for old systems are repurposed anyway. So everyone is getting scanned for Nintendo shit. Yes, you can. The virtual game carts are coming. Yes, but those require a few extra steps, Mike. They require an internet connection that checks that. I know this one does as well to download the games, but it also has a time limit. It's like a 2-week time limit, and it gets returned back to its owner. Reproductions. Thank you. I appreciate that. Game carts required ad hoc wireless to trade. Also, no streaming Nintendo where they will copyright strike you, at least on YouTube. I haven't been copyright struck by them yet. I haven't played a Nintendo game in a while. Oh, I did Pokemon. And you have to be in person, correct? Yeah, there are a lot of rules associated with that. Yeah, it's been a while since I've gotten I don't think I've ever gotten struck by Nintendo. Apple? Yes, I've been struck by Apple. That was fun. That's over the outside of specific things. Let's see what else. So this is an interesting concept. I like the idea of this. VTubers play Mario Kart and party all the time. Yeah, I played Kart on this channel within the last year, within like the last 12 months. The price for games is definitely the biggest pain point. Yes, where are we going with this? Hang on. I had a pricing tab up. No matter what I do, I'll think. And this is also a pain point, which I'll talk about in a second. Fuck, I thought I had a tab up for it. Doesn't matter. We can talk about it. So essentially, it seems as though here, did IGN have this here? Yeah, here you go. Details on the stuff. Okay, here we go. Dex, I don't think you realize how expensive red plastic is for the new cartridges. See, we're joking about that, but according to everything I've seen, games should have been priced this way years ago. I don't like it. I obviously don't want to spend more money on the hobby that I love and that we all love. Don't play obviously ROM hacks and you're good. Yeah, I'm not doing that on this channel. That's in my private time. Dex. Okay, I sent you a graph of the inflation. Oh, thank you. Oh, you're the best, Trollbeard. Did you really? Did you do that earlier? Yes, you did. This is it. Well, that's too big. Paying $80 for Mario Kart World, which is the digital copy of Mario Kart, 2025 is the equivalent of buying a $45 PS2 game in 2002, a $54 360 game in 2008, which they were 60, and a $60 PS4 game in 2016. So according to the way we're going, it's already going up, which is unfortunate. And the fact that we have looming tariffs on all this bullshit is also a whole other factor, which is why I have a feeling they're getting ahead of the physical games selling for $90 by charging $90 for them, which sucks. So for cozy gamers out there, there's the idea floating around that Animal Crossing 6 will be out in 2026, particularly because it's the 25th anniversary of the game, which is wild. God damn. I could see that happening. Right now, we really only have a glimpse of this first year of the Switch 2. From perspective of someone that doesn't lend out games, the game key stuff just seems annoying. I have a feeling in that case, Mike, you probably don't have to interact with it, which is probably more or less fine. You can just buy your games digitally or physically. And even if you buy them physically, you're probably still going to have to download the majority of that game. And games, yes, you would move up in price in the economy, but we are now in a people being strapped for money, and it's hard to ask. I don't disagree. Wages are not going up either. Oh, yeah, 100% DC. Yep, I was just about to start saying that. Sorry, I'm reading chat as it comes. Trollbeard also makes good points. Y'all are making great points. But yes, I do lean, unfortunately, I do lean more toward what DC is saying is the cost of living isn't getting any easier, which will ultimately make it so that the hobbies and luxury items that we enjoy will be less attainable. Will that affect the sales of this thing? Maybe. But like, I totally see what you're saying, Trollbeard, but I don't know if that's it's not fully fair because these things have been accessible for so long. Do you know what I mean? Obviously, I'm going to put my money and time toward this hobby. I like streaming. I like playing the stuff. I like being involved in the communities and the things that involve this. This makes me a happier boy. If I didn't do this, I'd just be a depressed corporate drone, and that would freaking make me really sad. And life's too short. So this is where I will put my time and effort into. But look, Trollbeard's not 100% wrong. He's not totally wrong. They were too fair for too long, so now it's a big ouch. Yeah, but oh man, I really didn't want to bring the government up into this. If they weren't fucking around, we wouldn't be finding out. That's the problem right now. They're fucking around, and we're finding out. The pool of people buying this is getting smaller. So they think that they can just charge. So in their minds, they're like, well, if we charge more for it, that will still keep our profit line going up every quarter. Which, that's the way corporations operate. Yeah, and kids today are too locked into free to play. Yeah, the most popular games are your Fortnites and your Apexes and all those games. But still, charging more for the premium games? I guess so. Naruto says Monster Hunter, but we cranking it. I'm talking about the Switch right now, Nuggies. I'll probably hop in a little bit. I guess fuck Monster Hunter. I won't be playing that till after the title update, I guess. PC load letter? PC load letter! What does that mean? Warzone's free to play also. Ignoring the whole aspect of the economy and my boil point down to being owed is a horrible response to and not a great point. I know, that's what I mean though. I guess I'm not playing Monster Hunter till I come back from Japan. That's fine. There's so many factors and aspects out there that we're talking about, and all of you aren't wrong. All of you are right in your own way. I leave on Monday, Maz. But there are too many external factors that come into the play for the cost of these things. Yeah, I leave Monday. I have my... Oh, fucking hell. Oh, I didn't turn this camera on. Hang on. I didn't turn this camera on. I have, oh fucking hell. What the fuck? Excuse me? Excuse me? Okay, well, fuck you too, I guess. I should have done this way before I went live. The worst part is I had so much time too. Legato says, fuck you. Professional streamer here, that's right. This is what I get for having a camera with a faulty HDMI port. It sucks. This is only the recession and a bad economy dip. They didn't actually take on the chin. Doesn't change the fact that of anything I said. It does not invalidate the real world struggles people are facing. Those people have always been struggling. I'm poor too. Yeah, I mean, look, Dex, on the whole, I've known Trollbeard a while. I know his overall situation. He's not coming from a bad faith position. I'll put it that way. I know, I've read his memoir. This thing costing basically as much as a PS5 is wild. Damn, you bring an empty suitcase with you to Japan? I will be buying a suitcase there. That is what I'll be doing. We will be buying a suitcase on premises to fill up. Me and Goth will at least be splitting one. Troll, that sounds terrible. We've always been poor, so we should be stuck like that. The cost should have been attainable for everyone. That's also right. I'm not trying to fence sit here, but fuck. 'Cause the problem is that these are luxury items. These aren't things that we need to live, right? Yes, Maz. We have already considered that as well. We will be moving our luggage between we have a luggage delivery service, so we're just taking our like day packs with us as we travel. So yeah, we can play $80 for $1 for the game. I mean, I know it sucks, but like at the same point, like he's not wrong. And to be fair, for $50 more, you can get a Steam Deck, right? Or less. Is it $50 less? You can get a Steam Deck. There is same day delivery. The market is different than 2017 now. We don't have the same. The market has a lot of these handheld systems that are hugely popular now. Being priced at $450 for a Nintendo playing machine is honestly not on the most expensive side of these handhelds. Like the ROG Ally is like $800, $900. Do you know what I mean? Like you can get a Steam Deck for under $300. That's also a thing you can do. Goddamn, speaking of luxury items, Mr. Luggage Delivery Service over here. It's a common service in Japan. It's not anything special, I promise you. Let's see, is my camera on now? Nope. It's not on yet. Look, knowing Trollbeard, he will not be one to feel bad for complaining about things that are too expensive. As someone, I don't even want to say too much about it, Trollbeard, because I'm not trying to blow your spot up. But I know you, and I know where your position is coming from. Did I do it? Nope. Why isn't it fucking working? If Troll's gonna boil my point down to me being owed that he's coming in bad faith, I don't know about that. This is a tough conversation to have. I'm gonna be real with you. Yeah, this is a whole other argument. This is like about the economy and the difference between like necessary goods and luxury goods. This is like a whole other conversation. Cost of living. Like, if cost of living is rough, you're not going to be in the market for buying a new game system. You're not buying the PlayStation Pro. It's literally almost the same argument as the PlayStation Pro. You are not in the market for it if this is something that you instantly go as, well, that's too expensive, right? Like, I already have a PS5. Why am I going to buy that? I am very lucky. I can go, hey, I'm going to buy a Switch 2 because that's just the... No, I know you didn't say you were owed. The pricing does suck. And Trollbeard, how dare you? Hang on, I'm reading back some of the conversation because I was talking a lot. Oh, I see. Trollbeard came out of the gate firing, firing hard. He's not... It's not that you're owed, Dex. It's that people as a whole expect things that aren't owed to them. People expect access to things that are an unimportant hobby. I was in the middle of a game, Dex, so I didn't word it exactly in a way that was palatable to you. Oh, okay. When did this turn into a conversation about wealth status and not the game system? That's a great question. I think Trollbeard did that. We can talk about the pricing of the games being a little egregious, but in the context, what was the other pain tab that you had? Oh, yeah, thank you, JLS. We'll move on. Yeah, let's move on. The other pain point, what has to do with pricing. They essentially made an Astrobot game, which is the welcome tour of the Switch 2's hardware, and they're going to charge for it, which pretty weird to me. The fact that Astrobot, Astra's Playroom, was a pack-in for PlayStation 5. It's a full price demo. Why? I'm not even going to consider it. It's ridiculous. I don't know, man. This is like one of those weird Nintendo decisions. This is a good thing, okay? This is how they're planning on challenging scalpers of the Switch. All right? They are limiting pre-orders to Switch One owners. It's like 1-2 Switch without the fun. They are limiting pre-orders to Switch owners that have an active online membership, which I still do. I don't play it as much, but I still have it active. That also spend a certain amount of time playing purchased Nintendo Switch games. And they're prioritizing people with more playtime. Have a good night, Dex. I hope you have a good night, man. I'm sorry. You are great, Dex. I love you. I love your face. So this is honestly amazing. They're literally doing the thing that Sony should have done, which is this guy said. I literally just read what this guy said. But thank God. I wish I had a horse to ride to a bar. I have 7 Switch 2s for the low price of $3K for the kids. Are you a fucking scalper, Ave Nuts? Are you scalping, dog? Are you scalping out here? My other camera working yet? Nope. It's not working yet. It's kind of unfortunate. Hang on. I'm going to try something real quick, guys. Try something real quick. We'll see if that works. Holy shit. Dude, scalpers suck so much. Okay, wait, hang on. I'm going to try one more thing. No matter what I do, all I think about... Shit, I'm going to have to... I can't use this camera tonight. Fuck. Because I'd have to restart OBS. That sucks, dude. That sucks. Oh my God. Well... Other than that, I think we went through most of what the Switch 2 offers. They have a new controller, which is awesome. Oh yeah, let's talk about this for a second. Let's talk about this for a second. I'm gonna fast forward through this. They're literally, one of their selling points for this was literally voice chat. Oh, we're getting to that. We're gonna get to that. Look at this. I mean, thank God it's not a phone app anymore. But like, holy shit. Looks like a lot of fun though. It also means not needing to use Discord to talk to people in games, which these consoles could have done since the 360 PS3 era. And look at that, you can share your game screen. Oh my god, it's the shared game videos are at like 5 frames a second. I did not notice that before. Holy crap. Look at the frame rate on those. I don't see myself ever using this feature. We have Discord. Great, they're really trying to bring back We Speak. Like, let it go, Nintendo. Dude, this reminds me of like PlayStation 2 iToy nonsense. Do they show that in this video? They showed the camera. We're gonna fast forward. Krabby Patty, how you doing, dude? Yeah, this fucking thing. Chat, are you guys gonna put this camera next to your TV?
And more. And there's this.
And there's this.
By connecting this camera to the system.
You guys remember rooftop parties? That was my favorite part of the original Switch.
Hey, what's up? Hello. Yo.
Hi, how's everyone?
They would have been way better off putting Discord on the console. Partnering with Discord. Using it in-game is pretty neat. It's neat. But we literally do this with Discord already. I'll show you that part. So this is a camera. Yeah, this right here. It just feels like we're doing something that we've already been doing for a long time, and they're kind of being like, look at this cool thing you can do. I think they did imply that other USB-C cameras could be used. Okay, that's perfect then. I like the idea of using it in like Mario Party.
Decide your own rules for a retro game competition.
Well, hopefully parental controls are there for it. We have to hope that they're doing their diligence.
All together, anytime, anywhere.
It's just so funny. Approving. Oh, look. Oh, they didn't show this on the thing.
To the Nintendo Switch 2 system.
Parental controls.
Parents play an important role in younger players' use of online features. So your child can only chat with friends you approve.
There you go, Derek. Japanese economy is so bad they make a region-locked Japanese Switch 2. That's another one of my pain points. You ready for this?
Friends you've approved are managed in a list. You can write a reminder about who the
I'm going to show you in 1 second, JLS. I have a tab pulled up.
Matches to which friend. Play online.
This is funny. Okay. Hang on, it's one of these. Here you go. The Switch 2 in Japan will have 2 different versions. The Japanese language only version will be roughly $334. The multi-language system, which will most likely be sold in America, will be your normal price. So even if we wanted to buy a Japanese Switch, which I had that idea too, I thought about it. I thought about it while we were in Japan. Maybe we purchase it there. I have an American account, so that's fucked up. I can't do that. Their whole thing is that every console is a kid's first console. But I feel like kids nowadays are at a higher level of gamer than we were back then, at least tech-wise. It's hard to explain. I see what you're saying. A lot of kids, like 13, are already playing like Call of Duty. They're already doing things that we weren't doing back in the day. I still think Nintendo still views themselves as like a toy entertainment company rather than like a video game company. I asked Neo when they're going to have OnlyFans models with a Switch 2 game chat sex show tier. Yes, you did. You guys remember when the PS4 came out and it came with that camera, or you could buy that camera separately? Oh, I saw some shit on those chat rooms, man. Oh boy, that was like the Wild West of PlayStation 4 days. And the region locked ones also require a Japanese ID to purchase. Pet Krabby Patty remembers. Oh, I bet you do. I saw some shit. I don't think they're going to have any sort of like local on live streaming. I don't think it's going to be like that. It sounds like it's going to be more like you get in a chat room with your friend who is, if you're a kid, you can be approved by your parents to do it. Dills Nuffus. Thank you for the follow. Thank you for the follow. I did not hear my alert. I broke it again, guys. Trying to change something on my system and I broke it again. New fuss. We're talking Switch 2 right now. Hop on in. I didn't get to talk about the announcements earlier, but now we're talking about it now. The new Switch Pro controller looks good. Wait a minute. Dill's new fuss. Oh, Dill's new fuss. What's up? How you doing? I get it. I get it now. Thanks, man. What did I say? I don't even know what I say. Dill's Nuffus? Dill's Nuffus? The new Switch Pro controller looks pretty sweet. Back paddles is a huge improvement. You love to see that. You'll love to see the back paddles. And of course, the chat button. You'll love to see the chat button. New Mario Kart game looks pretty sweet. It's essentially Forza Horizon Mario Kart style. How's your day, man? You enjoying those? What are you going to do? Are you going to buy a Switch 2? Let me know. Let me know in chat. Let me know if we're doing Switch 2. It's a news radio reference. It's a news radio reference. Dill's new fuss. Dill's new fuss. Dill's new fuss? Dill's new fuss. The show. Okay, well now I'm Googling this. That doesn't look right. That's enough. Concerts? Is that you? Graphic designer, photographer, friend, morning jacket enthusiast? You go to concerts? SoundCloud? That's your YouTube. Oh shit, what's up? Hey jabroni, pew pew. Oh my god, is this you calling me in? All right. Am I playing Marvel Rivals tonight, you guys? I think I'm playing Marvel Rivals. That's your YouTube. Hell yeah, dude. A lot of concert videos. You love to see it. News radio show. Hosted starring Phil Hartman, Dave Foley, Andy, Dick, and Joe Rogan. Okay. Okay. All right, I'll fucking hop in. We're playing Marvel Rivals, guys. That's pretty much everything I wanted to say about the Switch 2. I will most likely be getting it. I like the Switch. No, you're fine, man. You're fine. It is all good. I mean, obviously I want to play Metroid. I want to see what these updates to these older games look like. I want to see how the potential of these games go. I think that would be pretty sick. And yeah, like these are all games I would play. Enhanced Tears of the Kingdom. Indeed. And they even brought back companion apps.
And introducing Zelda Notes, a new feature that can help you get
which Ubisoft did really heavily in like the late PS3, early PS4 era.
Experience.
Like
it can be tough to locate shrine.
You can use it to like be your GPS.
That's where navigation comes in handy.
And this game's worth playing, Jailus. If you haven't played it, it's so worth playing.
Activating. Proceed north.
Proceed north on the route.
It'll provide a helpful
You played it.
guide.
Dude, it looks like it's running in this is running in 60 frames a second right now.
Destination is above.
Crazy.
Destination is nearby.
Okay, can you load a little bit
Reached your destination.
faster?
Guidance deactivating.
Give it a try as you search for all sorts of things. Weren't in the original games. Holy place in the temples and weapons.
So cool. I've never played any Zelda. I may have to pick it up.
Share your creations?
Honestly, if this version is that much better, fuck yeah. I think you should absolutely do it.
With auto build sharing,
I loved this. This is way better. This I thought was way better than Breath of the Wild.
others, even on social media.
It was, the story was way more engaging, and the power is like really fun. And I know Trollbeard had fun with it too.
With Zelda Note.
All right, let's play some Marvel Rivals. You think Breath of the Wild is less overwhelming?
Sword or some meat, you can create a QR code.
I can see that. The build stuff is pretty, it gets pretty complicated.
Game via Zelda Notes.
Breath of the Wild, not good. I love Tears of the Kingdom. That's a fair assessment. The GPS should help you find stuff. And it looks like it'll help you find Koroks and stuff too, which aren't exactly pointed out, if you need that.
With Photo Studio, with stamps.
But yeah, they showed off this for a while. On the whole, I'm very excited about the Switch 2. I think this will be really cool. I'm excited to see where they go from here. Donkey Kong is this guy right here, one of my top most hype games. Like, come on, look at this. Like, this is crazy for like Nintendo to be doing. I love this. I love the way everything about this looks and plays. You want Deep Rock Galactic, but like Donkey Kong? Let's fucking go. It's tedious because the Descendants trying new shit. Tears of the Kingdom encourages exploration and experimentation, and I think that's why I jibed with Tears of the Kingdom so much. But if you're someone who the problem with those games is that it goes, here are the toys, figure it out yourself without any like guidance. That I notice when I talk to people, that's a problem for a lot of people. Could be this year's ASRock. Dude, there's a lot of games that could be this year's ASRock. That's Split Fiction, which yes, I do have JLS. I will install it on my Switch if you want. That'll be a fun co-op game. Well, I'm gonna hop into Marvel Rivals, I guess. Ready to do this? Don't forget the toys constantly break. That's part of the fun with it. Damn, do I actually agree with Trollbeard here on Breath of the Wild? I think I agree with Trollbeard. I think he's right.